Greetings, one and all. Welcome to a Monday episode of Vaygrim's Chance. I've actually got two other people on the server with me, Shadowstar WD and his wife, Shadowstar wife. They're working on an interesting project they're calling Eden. They've made a separate dimension. That's their main place of residence. I'm thinking that Ferg might be a little too close to their base. I might need to take it down. But this is their base of operations right there. But they have made a separate dimension that they are overhauling into their own kind of paradise. Maybe we'll go visit it later. We'll see. This was left for me. This is a stasis jar with a villager in it. I'm just going to pick him up and put him in my inventory for now. That was left by Shadowstar WD. And yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I've got an idea already. So I'm just going to get him and tuck him away right here next to my bugged in pig spawner. Okay, let's go down here real quick. So we have our three. This is 320, 640. That's not right. Yeah, 320, 640, 960. Okay, so we have 960 RF per tick right down here. There are some more of these in the work areas for the BDE, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them over here. But first, instead, what I'm going to do is actually get to the point where I can make either a dimensional transceiver from Ender.io or option number two, gosh, what's the thing called? The thermal expansion. Oh gosh, Tesseract. I always forget the name. Okay, so real quick, I've got this thing going this way, right? This is a redstone energy flux duct. It's about 8,000 RF per tick, so not that big a deal. I will upgrade these to ender ducts or whatever they're called later, or cryo-stabilized, yada yadas. But for right now, this is what I've got. This goes up through here, right? Comes up through here, straight up here. It breaks. It actually does not break, but I will be able to tap into it right here if I need power for the storage room floor. For example, I might need to tap into it from the floor above. You can see a branch out right there, just above my cursor. But if I might need to branch out from power there because I'm going to be doing from the ceiling down for auto crafting, and I might need some power for the auto crafting, but we'll see. Also, in the same situation, I have this logistics pipes thing coming all the way down. These are unrouted pipes until I get to a point where I'm going to branch off. That's why I have a basic logistics pipe here. This will end up being a junction. Up here, there's no junction there, but there is one right there that goes to the main system. It goes up here and branches off again. There's another basic logistics pipes right there, so I can branch off this way. And what I can actually do is have these machines that auto process. I can just have their inventory be pulled straight back into the storage system once they're done working. And I can do that because I've now moved the power behind them, which means I actually have space beneath them for logistics pipes. So I can run logistics pipes from over there straight across and up to the bottom of these machines, and I can pull one by one out of them using logistics pipes stuff. And that means that everything I put in there will come back out. Now, what I can also do is branch off from that, and I can put a request table right here. I can put another chest right here that will be an input back into the system. So anything I put in there will get resorted back on the lower level. But first, this is kind of ugly. As you can see, I've gone all the way up to here. I'm going to use, this is why I double layered dirt. Instead of having an air gap between this floor and the ceiling of the room below, I filled it double layer dirt. Because now what I can actually do is run in the dirt. Pipes, power, whatever I need to do. I can branch them off to these levels. It'll give me a little leeway for what I want to do. And all in all, I think it's going to be really, really good. So I'm now at the point where I want to see what I want to do with these. And of course, all of you have been chomping at the bit asking, are you going to be using other chisel blocks? Yes, I do plan on using other chisel blocks. But of course, I need to plan things carefully. You guys have to understand that I do have a tendency to build a structure, then go back through and decorate it. I don't always make it pretty right off the bat first shot. Sometimes when I'm building with purpose, I build it, give it purpose, then I decorate it. So it's going to be a slow process. But to spice things up here, what I've been thinking about doing is a little bit of that. I thought that'd be really cool. Now here's the question that I've got though. This is a Futura, it's called a Futura block. If you do Chisel, let's do Futura. Futura block. This is the first one you make, and it's real simple. It is 4 stone, 4 stone brick, and 1 redstone in the middle. You get 8 of them. It's only got an EMC of 9. So, I mean, that's a pretty good deal. These things are real easy, really cheap to build with early on, especially if you've got a little bit of an EMC setup going on. But you can make different Futura screens that glow. We almost used some of these when we were making the bridge. The Futura blocks, those really weird labyrinthic, like neon lines and stuff like that. Now, they flash and whatever. The only problem is that any flashing or animation is lost whenever you start making stuff like, where's an example? Actually, maybe they won't be. Let's do labyrinth? No. Can I not spell? Futura block. Okay, same. This is Futura block. Applied labyrinthic neon lines. Now, there is an equivalent of these. This is BC Transport. This is the first thing that really did facades, was Buildcraft. Buildcraft did facades to put over pipes so you can hide pipes. It's one of the earliest things that I remember before Ender.io, before, thermal expansion had its equivalent with structural ducts. Way before all of those, the granddaddy of them all was Buildcraft, and Buildcraft could do it first. But there are some limitations. Like you can see, some of these retain their animation on the Buildcraft facades. However, there is also a structural duct version of this that I want to try real quick. So Futura block does not have, if you do Futura block black, let's do Futura, let's go back to this again. See this pulsing? This pulsing brown or pulsing white or whatever the case may be. All that gets lost on these BC facades. This doesn't though. I'm not sure why. So I think it's because the base texture is pulsing instead of a texture with an overlay or something. So I'm going to do an experiment right now. Let's get this. I'm going to get this one because I think it'll look cool. You get some of these and you put them together and they start connecting. Now, I don't think we're going to keep, popping. I don't think we're going to be keeping a lot of that animation and stuff, but actually I'm going to put that right there for now. Okay, so first experiment, we have structural ducts. These are actually from Thermal Dynamics. It's an add-on for thermal expansion. 1 piece of lead and 2 iron nuggets, and you get 6 structural ducts, EMC of 94. They're not exactly cheap, whereas cobblestone structure pipes, you get 1 cobble, and a gravel in the middle, and you get 8. These things literally have so low of an EMC, it's below 1. So they can't have EMC. They're so cheap, they can't have EMC. Because it's basically 3 divided by 8, I think, which is smaller than 1. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. First of all, if you hit U for structural ducts, you get them and put them in with any single block. And I think, do we have to do those in the, no, I think we can just do those in a crafting table. I'm going to get one of those, and we're going to get a whole bunch of these. So these do keep their animation. Now what happens? Oh, and they even cross connect. This is going to look glorious. So we're actually going to be able to do a large number of these, and we will have these big vertical computational shaft looking, these big pillars that look like they're computer systems. Now, what I also want to do, I'm going to have to make a lot of those. I'm actually going to come back up here because I've got this. See, it's real easy to make these things because they're super cheap. Gonna get some of those. Let me just grab those. Got 2 stacks. Making more. I love cheap decoration blocks, especially when they look this fancy. So what we're going to do is we have to go over here. I can't remember if it's 1 to 1 or if it's 3 to 1 or what. But we have to go into the laser array. Nope. Let's take that out and put it in here. We want to get one of those. And one of those. And I'm actually going to make just those. 6 at a go. Ooh, and it's going to go through the pipes a lot faster. I'm not sure how many. It's using 3. So it's going to be a 3 to 1 thing. Okay. And see, we're going to have a lot of these things filling up our inventory here. But this is what we've got to do. I'm going to get another stack of these. And just make a whole bunch of the thermodynamics version. These are what we're going to be using. 2 different kinds of pipes, but in theory, we might be able to get the same kind of behavior. Now, the real question is going to be, what kind of behavior are we going to see? Are we going to see connected textures with the Buildcraft ones? Let's see. So we have the thermodynamics ones. Let's get the Buildcraft ones. We're going to do... Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is awesome, which means now all we have to do... I have tuned my player sound back considerably, so it should... Oh, God. No. I need to get this. Oh. Whatever. Put you back. You can put these things at angles. Which ends up cutting off. See, that looks nice right there. We just need to do all the different sides. So I'm going to speed through this real quick. Okay, so now we have 2 gigantic pillars that look almost like some kind of computer core going through the center of the actual system. I think that this is cool. I like it. It does make me kind of wonder what would happen if I got... Let's go upstairs real quick. Gonna get 1 stack of these. Turn hover back on. What happens? Okay, those do not cross connect. They're counted as separate. So that's not going to be a viable option. That's fine, though. That just means I need to get something else to put in between these for the higher up parts where there's no doorways. Yes, but you see, this is what I'm envisioning. This is what I'm thinking of for the entirety of... Let's get some of those and some of those. It doesn't really take... it. I mean, it does take a fair amount, but not so much that it is prohibitive. But what this means is now... I kind of like the thermodynamics way of doing it. The thermodynamics way shows you what orientation you're going to get with this. I don't know until it's too late. But I basically, as long as I click on the center face of the block, it'll place where I want it to. So I'm aiming for these little crossbars right here. You can probably see them. There's one right there. Aim for the crossbar, and that's pretty much going to put it in the right place. Let's get this done. People will be none the wiser when they're walking through this. Now what I'll be able to do is use this one for a central water piping system if I wanted to. I could do either water or some kind of fuel that I wanted to move up to the higher levels. One thing I want to do, actually, and this might be a good thing to do for it, is make a production facility in one of the higher levels for the, what is it, like rocket fuel and stuff for the Ender IO generators. And I could do those in very small quarters, but I could pipe it down here to the tanks and the generators. That might be a really good thing to do. Yeah, that could be really cool. You notice, by the way, these just kind of mysteriously stand off. They don't actually cross connect. That's one of the things I kind of like about the facades, is that it looks like it's actually braced upon and using like kind of these standoffs or something. But yeah, I like placing and I like making the thermal dynamics ones better, but I kind of like the internal aesthetic of the BC transport ones better. So it's like, I wish that there was a hybridization of these two systems, but as it stands right now, I could do that, and it gets a little darker, but that's fine. Do that. See, I've got 4 pillars. You have no clue. Futura block, and then Futura block cover, and then Futura block facade. You have no clue. You cannot tell at a glance. It's blocks. And this is what I love about this system. Because there are 2 so similar systems, I can hide 2 different systems worth of pipes in my entire structure, and I don't have to worry about broken aesthetics. I don't have to worry about, oh, are these going to be able to mix and match? What are they going to look like once I get them all filled out? So, yeah, these chisel blocks are wonderful. These are the kind of things that I did not have access to when I was doing season 2, because these were some of the ones added later on. But I mean, see right here, if I had to pick from a distance, I have no clue which ones are which. It's like one of those is a normal pillar of blocks. One of them has logistics pipes running up the middle. One of them has thermal dynamics pipes running up the middle of it. Which one's which? I can't tell. And it's great. It's wonderful. It's an amazing feature. I really do love it. So basically, we just go through here and whoops, need more. I'm going to have not a maxed out, but pretty close. Kind of a thing there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, let's see, these go over here. I haven't tried using these facades on the thermodynamics pipes. Part of me thinks it'll work. Another part of me thinks it would break the server horribly and crash everything out. So I don't know, but I am curious. I might do that in a test world just to see if it works or not. Or maybe you guys have tried it and you can tell me if it works. But this is one of those little things that is the core concept behind the observatory, is this central piping system that goes to every level that's going to make it a lot easier for me to route items, that is the wrong kind, to sort items, to power machines. I like being able to work with aesthetics that don't get impacted by functionality. Or basically, I want to have something that looks aesthetically pleasing, that looks nice, but it does not restrict my functionality that much. That's one of the reasons why I love these cover systems, why I love Ender IO's piping system. Yeah, so much of this is just amazing. So many different ways. So we come over here, and you can see I pulled the power pipe off. It comes over to this wall. It comes over right here, and then it runs under this wall, runs under here, and then it kind of zips over here. It goes under the charger and then up. So the charger is being powered, is being fueled before the battery, if that makes any sense. Anyway, eventually I could actually put tesseracts on every floor if I wanted to. That wouldn't be that big a deal. But right now, kind of like the setup the way it is. And there we go. 4 pillars. And I'm none the wiser as to what's in them. Very cool. I really am going to love this system. It's going to be awesome. See, up here, if I wanted to, I could come up here and do... Oh, gosh. We could just do this. Do this. Let's do... Now, I am going to have to get some slightly better lighting in here, but that's okay. That's okay. So now that really does look like a continuation. If I wanted to, I could take it all the way up. If I went straight up, it's going to hit glass. Okay, so, nah, I'll leave it for now. I like the open air. But it does look like a continuation. Now, it is super dark here in the middle. I think what I'm going to have to do is make some enlightened clear glass. For now, though, I'm actually going to put those away. And I'm going to carry the illumination wand for now. Let's just dot. Actually, those are a little too low. I'm going to put these here until such time. What the heck am I doing? There we go. Until such time as I get better lighting in this middle area. I think I know how I want to do it. I got to do some testing first to see if it's going to work, though. But, yes, I think this is an amazing setup. So now I could get that request table and move it upstairs if I wanted to, and then eventually make another one to replace the one downstairs. Honestly, it's not too bad of an idea as it stands right now. Let's get a little... I do want some dark corners in this place, but there's getting to be a point where it's going to have so many... There we go. So many little places that are going to be lit up. I don't want these all over the place. I think they're an eyesore. So what I'm considering doing is making an archway out of a different kind of a block, and then what I can do is I can make those out of carpenter's blocks. I can slip a carpenter's block in, and then you do shift right click with some glowstone dust, and that makes it actually glow. That makes it act like a torch, basically. And then I could hide those at various points. Now, the only problem is that carpenter's blocks don't cross-connect. So, yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a pain. You can stop because I have an absurd number of you. I'm actually going to put all those in there for now. Let's get an iron chest. And, I don't know, put it right there. I'm going to put all my covers and everything in there. This stuff needs to go downstairs really to get sorted. But I'm not going to put it there yet because I don't have anything to put it in. I want to get another set of these modular storage blocks and like put them over here in this corner. I want to stack those a little higher too, so I have more. That way I can do a specific one for each mod, stuff like that. Anyway, but let's get these and sort like that. I'm actually going to get just one of those. Nope. Uh-oh. I think that was just unrouted pipe, but let me... Yeah, there we go. I'm actually going to get, let's see, one of those. I don't think I'll need, but I'm going to go up here. You have to remember, okay, facade. So I'm going to, there's my basic pipe, which means I can do unrouted right through here. Let's do that. I'm actually going to do... How do I want to do this? Nope, I'm not going to do it that way. Okay, so here we go. This is where I want to have a run of machine pipes, but I'm not going to get to that just yet. Instead, what I'm going to do, I'm trying to think, I would like to have... See, if I do it right there, there's a power pipe on the way. This is going to be hard. Okay. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I could move this one over, but I still don't know what that's going to net me. Okay, I know for sure. Let's just put it right over here for now. So I'm going to do block, block, block. I'm going to put the one junction pipe that I need. That should light this up, which means now when I place this down, I see the whole system. Yes, it is glorious. We can put these down. And I can get these. And I'm going to put that right there and leave it. I can come back later with some chassis pipes, which means now I can put those and sort those. And I need to start getting some more storage because now I have a chest downstairs that I don't have my stuff in. Or I mean that I have all my stuff in that is not accessible to me anymore. Let's get the moving wand. Go back downstairs. Whoop. I forgot. Let's put that. Do I have a cardboard box? Oh, whatever. Just going to get this. And all of the technical stuff is going to go in here. All the nonsense is going to go in here. And I think I have a place for you. No, I don't. Okay, so no place for sticks. I will work on that. I'm going to wrap it up here. I think we've made a lot of progress on things. I'm going to, we've done a lot of decorative and a lot of functional. I really do like how the central pillar structure is working. The central conduits, basically. And now that we've got those up and working, I can start branching off at various levels. I'm going to do a half floor here that's just going to be the same. So this floor is going to be shorter. It's going to look, it's going to have a ceiling right about here-ish. And that way I can just pull straight across for these higher floors up here that I'm going to do. So it's going to look like there's more levels in this structure. I'm even going to put some elevators at the half point. That's going to look really good. Until next time, thank you very much for joining me. This is Vaygrim, a Monday episode. Episode 11. I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, episode 10 on Friday was the 10th episode, which means also the download at curse.com has been updated. So if you search for Vaygrim's Chance 3 World Download, you'll be able to find it. There's also a link in the description below that'll take you straight to it. Now, that was updated with everything that we did in that episode. So you don't have this stuff yet. You're not going to get this stuff until episode 20. But I'm hoping to make a lot of improvements between now and then. I'll catch you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.